radar from last night. This is a look at 7:30 when you saw that line of storms move through the Lehigh Valley into your northwest suburbs. Here's a look at 9 o'clock. And you see it was a narrow band that packed so many issues with wind. And then as it progressed through Delaware and South Jersey, it was more of a rain event with a little bit less wind. So as we look at the storm reports, everything you see there with the lighter shades of blue, those are issues with wind, with down trees, down wires, and you can see it through much of the area through South Jersey and Delaware. It was more rain than wind, but just one of the many issues we have in King of Prussia, trees down there, but trees and wires down throughout the region. Now that's off the coast. I have a little bit of a sprinkle moving through right now, a good amount of clouds, but we've got our next round not that far off. So timing this out, this particular model suggests it could be a little earlier. Most are saying still happening in the evening hours, but this is a look at 3 o'clock, and this model says maybe we start to watch something come through the late day into the evening hours. A look at 5:30 and even lingering into the tomorrow morning with a couple of leftover showers. So over the next 12 hours, we've got heat, yes. We've got humidity, yes, and we've got those storms that come through late day into the evening. Matt, again, we can get a few that are severe with those damaging winds and drenching down. Right now, take a look at this narrow band of storms that formed at 7, 8 o'clock at night, pushing through the Lehigh Valley into your northwest suburbs, where you've got a lot of damage, especially north and west of the city. We're noticing more damage there. It became more of a rain event through much of South Jersey, but you still had those strong winds in spots as it pulled through out there last night. In fact, as you look at the damage reports, you see them peppered through the region, and all of the areas in the light blue you see, those are trees and wires down that you're dealing with, just about everybody. So watch for that as you're heading out, but especially more damage north and west. Satellite and radar showing a couple of leftover sprinkles right here, no big deal. We've got a lot of clouds, but we're quickly seeing the sun return today before we do it again. That front is still waiting to the west. That's going to come through and give even more of a forcing mechanism for some storms to form. This particular model says it may happen as early as 4 or 5 o'clock and then pushing off the coastline. I would watch any point late today into the evening hours. So as you're planning your day, it's muggy still. We didn't break the heat yet, 81. It's 91, hot and humid at lunchtime with plenty of sunshine. That just helps fuel the storms. At 4 o'clock, you start to see some scattered storms, 95, lasting straight into the night, Matt. So we're again going to watch for those storms. So it was this narrow band, but packed a good punch here that formed in the Lehigh Valley at 8 o'clock at night. You see it pushing through your northwest suburbs, so we had a lot of damage. Here's a look at closer to 9, 10 o'clock when it hit the city, and mostly kind of loosened up, less of a form and more of a widespread rain event with some wind here or down in South Jersey and Delaware. As you look at the storm reports, every dot is a storm report. Here's the city of Philadelphia. Do you see how north and west you see a lot of the light blue? Every one of those, we have trees and wires down. Less of an issue. We've got a few through South Jersey, but not quite as many as we had north and west of the city, where so many trees and wires down and people without power. Satellite and radar showing a lot of clouds, had a little sprinkle out there, but that cold front that breaks the heat, that's still out to the west. That hasn't come through yet. So that happens today. So today's another hot and humid day. At 8 o'clock at 79, at lunchtime 90. It's 95 degrees at 4 o'clock. Feeling like the triple digits. We start to see those scattered storms. Once again, Matt, we could get severe weather with these storms.
The aftermath of the storms.
Yeah, and we've got the AccuWeather alert for that, guys. The next big thing, we're doing it all again. Another round of heat, humidity, and storms on the way. And that's why we have the AccuWeather alert. It's twofold. There is an excessive heat warning that continues until 8 o'clock tonight. Highs in the mid-90s, heat indices around 105. This marks day 5 of our heat wave today, and you're really feeling the humidity this afternoon. This afternoon and evening, that's when the cold front approaches. This front will break the heat, but before it does, we get a few rounds of severe storms moving through. The main threat, damaging winds once again, and we're at an elevated risk for flooding because of such heavy rain that could come down. So the front is still out here to the west. The storms that came yesterday, just a piece of energy rolling through. This is the front that's going to break the heat. Doesn't look like much yet, but then we see it fire up with the heating of the day, and we get these storms that are strong to severe. This model suggesting maybe around 3:30 in the afternoon, you start to see it in the Lehigh Valley. Then that line forms through the area. We get some heavy downpours as well as potentially damaging winds once again. And this may happen. This is a look at 7 o'clock in the evening. This model saying maybe that's around the time it hits the city, some point late afternoon and evening. It may take to the nighttime hours, 10 or 11, to get to the shore points, at least the main line of this. So threatening weather once again late tonight that will finally break the heat. Take a closer look. And I do want you to look at this because I know, especially if you're somebody who doesn't have the power right now because of yesterday's storms, you want to try to stay cool today in this excessive heat that we have. If you head to the pool, remember, when thunder roars, you've got to head indoors. You can't be outside if you hear thunder. So at 10 o'clock, it's 85. At lunchtime, it's 90 degrees. At 2 o'clock, it's 94. At 4 o'clock, it's 95. And then anytime from 2 o'clock, you start to see maybe a 30% chance of storms, and that storm chance kind of increases as the late day and evening wears on. Air quality is moderate, so that's not an issue today. Dew points, they're up this afternoon. They're again going to be in that tropical zone, even higher than they are right now. But then after tomorrow morning, tomorrow's pretty sticky. Tomorrow afternoon and Friday, we're back to the comfort zone. Just in time to start the weekend. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day. The alert for today, similar to yesterday. 96 for your high, feeling like the triple digits. Some strong storms roll through with this cold front. That's late today and into tonight. And then tomorrow, gradually the humidity drops, feels better. Temperatures mostly in the upper 80s. So warm, but still feeling better out there. Maybe a stray shower or storm east of the city tomorrow afternoon. Friday's just delightful. We get the sun back. We have low humidity. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Another comfortable day. Saturday, comfortable humidity, just warming up a bit. Some high clouds around. It's going to turn pretty cloudy, but they're mostly those high, thin clouds. Sunday.